What's up, Dub Nation? It's your boy Allan Wade. Thank you for joining me today. If it's your first time here, please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. And today I'm going to show you how I make a shirt for a client from start to finish using my Silhouette Cameo 3 and Silhouette Studio Designer Edition. Guys, you guys can take these methods and start making some money for yourselves, making t-shirts using your Cameo 3. And guys, there's a Cameo 4 out now. Links down in the description below. Make sure you use my link when shopping on Amazon. I greatly appreciate it. So let's dive into Silhouette Studio and show you guys how I do this stuff. Really quite simple, so just follow along. Here we go. Alright guys, so we're in the Mac right here, and this is pretty much going to be my whole process. I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to open up a browser in Chrome. I'm going to go to Google. Then I'm going to go to images. Close out these two right here. And then I'm going to type in Cabrini College logo. And this is what I'm looking for right here. I'm just hoping that it's gonna, let me look around a little bit more and see if I can come up with, see if I can, what else I can find. I want something clean. Let me see something. So you want to hunt around for the cleanest image that you can find. This looks pretty good. So I normally type in the PNG and see what I can find. See, this is a PNG where the background is transparent. So I'm gonna see what I can do with this one right here. It's very small though. Let me see if this is a PNG. No. And guys, when you go on Google Images, right? See this line down here? You want to wait till it goes away. That's the highest definition of whatever thing that you can find. Another trick you can do, see how this is real small? Another trick you can do is you can go up here and you can go to tools, size, and just click large. That way it'll give you some large PNG files. See how this one is bigger and it's a higher resolution? That's pretty good. It's kind of what I want. This one still small. Go back to the big one. It's clean. It's not a PNG, but it's clean. So I'm just going to select this. I'm going to go ahead and save image as. All right, save image as. And I'll save it to desktop. Cabrini Cavaliers desktop. It's a JPEG save. All right, so now I got that image saved on my desktop. I'm going to close out. This is the normal process I do, guys. I'm not perfect, but there it is on my desktop. So now, just bear with me, guys. I'm going to open up Silhouette Studio right here. Let that puppy load up. Silhouette Studio 4.3. This is Designer Edition. So if you're wondering why yours isn't working like mine, just know that I have Designer Edition. So that's a possibility why yours might not be working like mine. So now it's all loaded up. I'm just going to go ahead and go over here, open. I'm going to grab that image off of my desktop. Import that image, right? So now I'm going to click on the image. I clicked on the image and I'm going to shrink it, grab the handles right here, and I'm going to shrink it down. Now it shrinks down, right? And now I want to capture that image. This is going to be the hard part. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to do this, but it's going to be tough. All right, so let's see how we're going to do this. Okay, we're going to go over here to the trace tool, and I'm going to select the trace area. I'm going to go ahead and get right on the edge of this thing and go around the trace and try to trace it. All right, see how this is a pretty good trace, to be honest with you guys. Pretty good trace. I'm going to go ahead and trace it and see how it comes out. Now let me move this out of the way. And this is a pretty good trace, to be honest with you. So I'm going to go ahead and click. Now you can cover it. You can color it, rather, I should say. Okay, so let me do something right here. So I'm going to move this out of the way. Keep this just right here for reference purposes. Go ahead and click the image, and I'm going to click this palette right here. I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to grab here. All right, now that's pretty good. that is pretty good, to be honest with you. What do you guys think? So, for instance, if I did it like this, which I probably am going to go with, right? Then if you print it on a white shirt, then this part right here and this part right here is going to be white, right? If I print it out on a black shirt, this part right here, the letters. All right, sorry about that, guys. My computer cut off because I don't know if you guys noticed, but my battery died. So, okay, like I was saying, put it on a black shirt, and this part right here is going to be black. So I'm just going to leave it like this because I think that's sufficient. No need to go in and do any fancy stuff. But I want to show you guys one thing, what you can do with this. Okay, so say I have this selected, right? I can go ahead and double click and I can pick release compound path and watch what that does. All right, so what that did was, so now I can go and select things individually, right? White, 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 right? And then I can like, you know what I mean? Or I could just make it transparent again. Delete that. You could do all types of stuff when you do release compound path. I'm not going to go too into it right now because I don't want to mess everything up, but I want to show you guys this feature because you can start getting creative when you do that stuff. Release compound path. Now I made it back a compound path. I just undid what I did. I just undid what I did. All right, so I'm going to take this and I'm just going to make it a little bit bigger and I'm going to save it. All right, I don't know what size I'm going to make it yet, so I'm just going to save it as the size that it is. All right, so the biggest amount that I can make it without it coming off the sides, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to save as hard drive, yes. All right, and I'm going to save it somewhere.
A-Dubb Productions.
All right, now that I have the Cabrini logo right here, I'm just going to select it and drag it off to the side. That's pretty much solid, ready to go. I'm probably going to take this outside border off, to be honest with you. I might keep it, I might not, I'm not sure yet. I'll keep it. All right, so let me set this to the side right here. And then she says she wants mom and number 22 below. So I'm just going to write out mom, capitalize everything, caps, M-O-M, and the number 22. All right, I'm gonna highlight everything, click on it and drag, and then I'm gonna go over here, center that up, and of course click on this and make it bigger. But I'm not gonna use this font, of course. I'm not gonna use this font. I'm just getting this for sizing. I'm gonna color it the same color as that, and I'm gonna go ahead over here and put impact. All right, because that's what most of this stuff like this is. And I don't like how far away the 22 is from the mom, but actually now that I'm looking at it, I don't mind it. It's not that bad at all. So I got the mom 22 right here, and that looks like it's gonna take up the whole paper. But that's fine. I'm fine with that. All right. So, and let me just compare it to the Cabrini at the front, mom 22 on the back. All right, that seems pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and hit save. It's gonna save it to you save while you go along. All right. So now I got everything as far as this is concerned. I can start doing what I need to do to the shirt. All right, make the preparations for the shirt. But before I make the preparations for the shirt, yeah, that's enough for right now. All right, guys, so now that we have the basic layout of our shirt, we have pretty much the design done. The design part, that's all it takes. That design part that's the hardest part, next to making sure you cut it right, cut settings and things like that. But now we're going to take our shirt and we're going to measure out the size that we want the Cabrini on the front and the mom 22 on the back. Grab your ruler. Got our shirt right here, and we are going to measure this stuff out. Let's do it. All right, guys, we got our shirt right here, and we're just gonna grab our ruler. Product links for this ruler down below. So this is the front part. We're gonna put the cabrini on there. So we're just gonna measure it out and see how big we want it. It's gonna go about this far away from the top. So let's say we want it in between the arms. Like here's the shoulder blades right here. We don't want it like exceed out here. So let's just say we want it, and the Cameo can cut 12 by 12. So from this arm, move it down a little bit, about right here. We're gonna make it about 11 inches wide. Even 10 inches wide would look good, but let's say 11 would be kind of big. Let's say 10 and a half. So 10 and a half, I'm gonna make a mental note of that, or you could write it down somewhere. I should probably write it down, but 10 and a half. Flip the shirt around, and this is going to be mom and the number 22. So mom, let's make mom 11, and whatever 22 is going to be fine. And the mom is going to go like on the shoulder part. All right, so that's going to be 11 inches big, and the number is going to fall right down here. All right, so 11 inches, 10 and a half inches on the front, 11 on the back. Let's go back into the software. So we got our mom. We said we were going to make our mom 11 inches. So just pay attention to this part right here at the bottom, and you can see as we shrink it, it maintains the right proportions, and we're just going to go up to about 11 inches. Doesn't have to be exactly 11 inches, but I'm just moving my finger 11 inches exactly. So that part is good. We can put this off to the side right here. Then we can take the cabrini, and we said we're going to make that click off of it. That's a whole nother ball game, guys. Don't worry about that right now. So click on it and look right here. We said we're going to make it 10 and a half. So about 10.50. Boom, perfect. All right, we got everything perfect and ready to go. We can't print it out at the same time. I wish we could. Sometimes you can take like say for example, if we made that cabrini smaller, we could take this and flip it sideways and put one right here and one right there or something like that. But just to make it fancy, why don't we do something like this? I'm going to duplicate this cabrini, and I'm gonna take it off here. This is the one we're gonna put on the front. Sometimes you want to give your client a little something extra, you know what I mean? Just to make them want to come back. So you do something like that, right? And then just to see how, sometimes this stuff doesn't always work, but so I'm gonna flip this around. Something to put on the sleeve. So real fast, I'm gonna take my shirt, and I would measure out something like this, and say I want this to be like 3 inches or something like that on the shirt, right? 3 inches, real fast. So I take and I look right here, and I go make that 3 inches, right? Just to see, you know, you try different things when you're doing this stuff. All right, exactly 3 inches. Get that to say 3, a little bit bigger, a little smaller, a little bigger. A little bit bigger won't be a problem. So boom, put that right there. And why don't we just make another one? Duplicate, whatever, just in case. I don't know. Just trying different stuff now, guys. All right. Always try something different. Never be afraid to try something different. All right. So now we take this whole thing, and the way you cut, you always flip horizontal and ready to cut. Take that. Same thing. Flip horizontal. Just go ahead and do it, and then we can get rid of our image. We delete it if we want to. All right. And the reason why this exclamation point is here is because low resolution design. Hold on. If we delete that, then that'll go away. It's just saying my design, my picture, my image was low resolution. That's all it was telling me. I thought that originally it said that because part of the image was off of the canvas, but It didn't. All right, so now we're gonna get together our oh, what's the name? Our cutting mat, and situate everything with that. Now the next step, guys, is to lay down our vinyl. Got our vinyl over here on the cutting mat. This is the dull side, this is the shiny side. Shiny side is always down. That's the rule of thumb. That's what you always want to do. Release our cutting mat. Make sure it's still sticky, got some stick to it. And I don't know if you guys can see this right here, but see, even I mess up sometimes and get some, the Cameo starts cutting off of the mat when it slips or something like that. So what I do is I take the straight edge, I put it right on the corner right there perfectly, and I try to match that line going straight down. Doesn't happen all the time, but go straight down pretty much, and it's a little bit off. So I pick it up and try to get it straight down. But what I'm noticing right now is I want to cut this vinyl. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Let's see if I can focus the camera on this real fast so you guys can see it. Pardon all the movement. Pardon all the movement. I want to get this on camera for you guys. It's really, really important. I want you guys to see this. All right, so see how this is directly on the edge, kind of, sort of right there? All right, now if you look on this side, this part right here is, let me get focused. This part right, let me aim this. Sorry. This part right here is kind of hanging off. See how it comes, I want it directly on this line. See how it's coming past that line? Now what happens is, as the wheel of the Cameo is pulling the vinyl up and down to cut it, it can potentially move, slide on here and shift this out of place. I don't want that to happen. So you never want that to happen. So you can do one or two things. I advise you to cut it so it can be exactly 12 inches. And you can not use the cutting mat, but I always use my cutting mat. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut it so it can be the proper size, guys. We're gonna go into the Cameo drawer here and reveal some of our tools. I'm gonna grab my cutting tool. Might as well take out this tool right here, weeding tool, and sit it to the side for right now because we're gonna need it in a little while. And while I'm at it, why don't I just go ahead and cut my Cameo on so it can go ahead and warm up. Grab my cutting mat over here, and we're going to cut this, let me take this off of here. We're gonna go ahead and slice this. Just in case your mat falls, just go ahead and put the little protector back on it. And we're gonna go ahead and slice this down to size. The first one I'm gonna do is 12, so I just go ahead and line it up on the top, bring it down to 12 inches, and use our ruler and cut it straight across. We're pretty much gonna use this whole piece, guys. So whatever. As long as you know you're getting paid a good amount to do the shirt, then it's worth just using the whole piece. And in my case, I am, so, you know, use that whole piece. Boom. Cut it across like so. All right, bring it down and cut the rest. Then you got a straight piece. This part for Cabrini, this part for the other part. All right. So, always put that back on there so you don't cut yourself. All right. So now I can go ahead and put this way because we're about to get busy now. That's the fun part. All right. So, oh wait, I didn't cut the 12 inches yet. All right. So now I have this set. I want to put my mat in a way where I can see the numbers, and I can see the numbers right here. So it goes 1 to 12, right? 12 being over here. So I'm going to take this, lay it on here, right on the edge, and I'm going to look and see what my 12 is. Move this out of the way. This is the part where you got to be really know what the heck you're doing here. Now look and see what my 12 is. And I'm going to cut straight down to 12. The 12 is right here. So I'm going to take this tiny little bit off, right? Once again, making sure I keep it straight on this side. On the side that you guys are not seeing, this side right here, I'm just lining it up straight to the edge. Straight to the edge. Then I put some weight on it so it doesn't move. And then I come on this side and I put it right on that 12. All right, right on that 12, nice and straight. Then I just come straight down with it and cut it so it's exactly 12 inches. All right, nice and deep on the cutting mat. Then I bring it, slide it down a little bit, finish that off. Now I know I got a 12-inch piece. What am I doing? Then I do the same for the other part, cabrini part. Two birds with one stone. Right there, line it up on the edge, right on the edge, 12, weight on it, 12 inches. Put some weight, pressure, cut it off. Not gonna use these for scraps, this is trash. So now I got two perfectly good sized pieces. All right, matter of fact, guys, this is actually not even vinyl, guys. This is flocked HTV. So my client is actually gonna get something very, very special. You know what? Scratch that. I'm not gonna use these pieces. I'm so mad that I cut this. I didn't realize it was flocked. All right, so let me grab some regular pieces of HTV and cut this. I got some regular HTV now, cut it down to size. I'll tell you what, guys, I hate to make mistakes like that, but mistakes like that do happen. If you're wondering what flocked HTV is, flock HTV is like fuzzy. It's fuzzy HTV. That means it's thicker and it cuts, and when you lay it down, it's like fuzzy. Like literally, it's like a material. I'll leave some description. I'll leave some in the description if you guys want to test that out, but it's really, really dope to work with. I have a few videos where I use flock HTV to make some shirts, so you guys could check that out. So once again, I'm just lining it up right on the edge right here. Let me get you guys a better view. All right, you can see exactly what I'm doing. What I like to do is I like to roll mine up like so. I roll it up a little bit. Let's move this out the way. I want to roll up this side. I roll it up because shiny side is going to go down, and this is the shiny side right here. So I'm going to bring back my mat, and now that it's rolled up, I can handle it better. This is the dull side, this is the shiny side. The shiny side is going to go down, and I'm putting it on the edge right here, right on the edge, and putting it straight across that line right there. Straight across that line. And as I can see right here, it's a little bit short, but it's laying down perfectly. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure that our material is not going, our design is not going past here. And this part right here is gonna be the mom. See, I got a little lump right there. Whatever that is on the cutting mat, take that off. All right, now I'm gonna load up my Cameo. All right, Cameo's on. Go ahead and match it up. Make sure it's on the little arrows right there, in between the little arrows, right? So let me give you guys a closer view, show you guys what I'm doing. So I'm putting this side of the plastic on this arrow right there. I want it exactly on it. And I'm doing the same thing with the other side. The other side has a line and an arrow. You guys want to see that? Let me show you. You guys can see it right here. This side has a line and an arrow. So I'm just lining it up right up with that on the line, and this side right here on the arrow, right? And then I press load. And it loads up the Cameo, and we are ready to print our first part. All right, let's go back to the computer. All right, so we're back in the software again. So real fast, I know this side right here is a little bit on this part right here is not going to cut. So I'm just going to move this in a little bit. I could just move it totally to the other side, but I'm going to put it right here, leave it right here. And I know that it's going to cut like this edge right here is not on. So I'm just going to bring the whole thing down a little bit. All right, and now I'm ready to cut. So I'm just going to go ahead and send it over. And when I send it, I know that where the lines are is what's going to cut, but I got to make sure. First of all, let's go back and design. Page setup, and make sure you have that you are cutting with a cutting mat. Cameo Auto matte. You got 12 by 12 inch. That's the one we're using, and that's good right there. Now when we go to send, we want to make sure we select the right material, and I got a setting for mine down here all the way down, Sizer Easy Read HTV, and my setting is 5:13:4 with 1 pass. That's probably a bit much. I don't remember having my setting like that, but I guess that's what I have my setting at. We're gonna cut it, and I don't recall having my force that much, guys. Give me a second, give me a second, give me a second.
A-Dubb Productions.
Alright, yeah, I think that's what it is. So Sizer Easy Read HTV, we're good with that. And then you see right here, my Cameo is ready. It's already USB'd up. I'm just gonna go ahead and hit send, and you're gonna see what happens when I hit send. Let me just focus over here. It's done cutting my mom. Now here's the 22. See, there's 1, 2. Excuse me, guys. There you go, cutting on that slant. Cut that 2. Other 2. There it goes. Boom. See it taking that shape. This thing is very, very, very precise. Guys, like this video if you want me to get the Cameo 4. Like this video, thumbs up this video, and share this video if you want me to get the Cameo 4, and I'll be able to get it. Alright, you have the power. Alright, now that we have this pretty much cut out, I'm gonna hit unload on my Cameo. It comes out. Now first thing I'm gonna do is take it off to see if it cut good. Okay, so it's not coming off of the mat. It's not sticking to the mat, so I know I have a good cut setting. Now I want to do like a small little test weed, because what I want to do for real is I want to go ahead and matter of fact, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. I know it's going to be a good weed, but let me just do a little small corner of it so I can see how it's coming up. And then if it's coming up good, then I'm going to go ahead and cut the other piece. From this angle right here, you guys can see the letters, right? You guys can see the letters. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to kind of like test weed it. So with test weed, I'm just going to grab a corner right here and pull it up and make sure it separates good. Okay, and it is separating good. So I know my cut settings are good and on point. All right, separating real good. So I'm just going to leave that right there. I'm going to set this off to the side because I'm going to weed everything all in one. And I'm going to go ahead and load up my next piece so I can do the cabrini portion. So same thing, just lay it down, put it in the Cameo and cut. All right, edge to edge, just like that. Lay it down and go ahead and cut the cabrini part. All right, load it up in the Cameo and cut. Loading it up, same way I just loaded it up. Matching the sides, then press load in the Cameo, and we're gonna go over to our computer now. Back at the computer, we're gonna go back over to design mode. We're gonna grab all this stuff right here, move it off to the side, grab our cabrini, bring it onto the mat, and go right over to send. Press send and start cutting with the Cameo. Just press send and watch what the Cameo does. Our cut settings were fine and everything was good, so I'm just going to go ahead and let the Cameo cut this out. All right, watch the Cameo go to work. If you haven't purchased your Silhouette Cameo 3 yet, guys, go ahead and use my link down below and purchase your Cameo. Yeah, make sure your cutting mat isn't in the way so that the mat doesn't shift, make the Cameo shift or anything like that. You don't want to have anything at the bottom right here in the way of the Cameo, because it could push up against this neck and make the wheel slip. All right. Also, you want to make sure your material is still sticking to the mat, because if the material at the top part right here starts coming up, it could potentially come up and ruin your design. So those are a few things you want to pay attention to when you're cutting with the Silhouette Cameo 3 or 4 or any of the other Silhouette Cameos. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let the Cameo cut this out, and then I'll be right back with you guys. You guys don't really need to see this portion. I'm gonna go ahead and hit unload in the Cameo and let that part come out. All right, so we are all done with our computer. So we can move that off to the side. We are pretty much all done with our Cameo. So let's just take this part off and let us put back on our protector on our cutting mat, or sticky mat, whatever you want to call this thing. I put that back on, line it up nice and good, and protect the stickiness of it, because the stickiness is what makes it usable. So you want to always make sure you put this part on, line it up good, like it means, like it's valuable to you, because if you don't, then it will lose its stickiness, and then you'll be on Amazon using my link buying more of them. All right, so always put this back on, shiny side down, ironically, just like the vinyl. Put it down nice and good. Sit that off to the side here, and we have our Cabrini portion of the design right here. We're just going to go ahead and separate that from the rest of it. Line it up nice and even on your cutting mat with all these lines on it, right? And make sure you make a nice straight line right here. Line this up right here and this right here. All right. Line up nice and good. And go ahead and grab our blade. Ow! Whew, almost stabbed myself there. Make a nice line, nice across here. Boom. Nice and easy. Put the rest of that away for another date. And we do the same thing with the little small letters on the side right here. We've got the small lettering. I can just go ahead and eyeball that and cut that away. Cut that part off, separate it from the rest. Just being careful. You got to be real careful, because some of the stuff you can't see. And I'll cut that in two. All right, because there's two of them. All right, so now we have, I guess I could also, what you can do, guys, I like to use my scrap vinyl, so you can also just go ahead and cut a piece of this and save as much vinyl as you can in case you want to make it a little small design, and that will use a little bit of blue. So sometimes I go ahead and I save as much vinyl as I can. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this in this instance and cut that off right there. All right. Got a lot of vinyl I'm saving over here. Boom, boom, boom. Put that in my saver drawer and put this back on here so I don't cut myself. All right. Now let's start the weeding, guys. This part right here should be really, really easy because it's just a mom. Like I said, I'm gonna grab the corner right here and just peel it up. And it weeds nice and easy, just like it should, just like I like it. Love it when it comes up real easy. Doesn't give you any problems. This right here makes using HTV really, really fun when it comes up nice and good and easy, and you don't have to like fight with it. Any portions like that. I have my cut settings right. You guys can go back, press rewind in the video and see what I have my cut settings on, just in case your vinyl is not weeding as good as mine. And I'm using Sizer Easy Weed. Links down in the description below if you guys want to use that. If you guys want to get the same exact vinyl, using my hooks to get in between the little smaller portion right here. So I can weed that up real nice and easy. Nice and easy like. All right, get up in there. Make sure you look at it real carefully so you don't grab some of the parts that you actually do need in your design. All right, put the scraps over to the side and just continue to peel off what you don't need. I could have saved this part right here. It's all good. All right. Alright, so this is going to be real easy to lay down on a shirt when you do a big piece like this. Sometimes when you got little small pieces, you can do like the 22 separately. I've done that before, but it's just easier to lay it down on a shirt like this when it's all in one piece, and you don't have to worry as much when you go to line up, say like the 22 with the mom, you don't have to line it up and make sure it's straight because it's already on one piece. You just have to make sure that one piece is straight when you line it up on the on your heat press. All right. So I got this part done. Just gonna get the little middle part of the O. All right, and the next part is gonna be pretty hard. All right. So you see we reversed it. So as we weeded it, see it's backwards, right? So, but what's gonna happen is when I flip it, that's how you land it down on the shirt. And see it rip for a little bit right there, but that's okay. That's okay. All right, that's okay. It just ripped by itself, but don't worry about that. So I'm gonna sit this off to the side right here, sit it onto my Cameo, and we're gonna weed the other part. All right, and this is the part that's gonna be a little bit more intricate. We're gonna weed this really carefully because you wanna pay attention to what you're doing with this part because you could potentially mess up your whole design. So what we know is we don't need the outside part. So we're gonna go ahead and weed the outside part. We're gonna start from the outside and work our way in. All right, so we know we don't need the outside part, so we'll go ahead and get rid of that. And once again, just like the other part, this is weeding very, very easily. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my fingers on it and weed what I can. Easily, easy part. And when you have another piece of blue, then you can go ahead and weed it like I'm weeding it. But when you're down to your last piece and you're not sure if it's gonna come up good and easy, you wanna weed very carefully and make sure you don't bring up any letters, because when you have a client and you're down to your last little piece and say one of the letters come up and you gotta cut the thing all over again, then you're screwed because you gotta order some more vinyl and you don't have time to do that because the client needs their stuff at a certain date. All right, so you gotta be really, really careful and mindful of that. So now comes the fun part, determining what you need and what you don't need. Of course, you're gonna go in between the little intricate parts, and you'll get better with this as you get experience. But if you remember in the design, between the letters was transparent. So I'm going to pick up all the letters because that's transparent. What I could actually do is I can go ahead and count. I know that this outside I need, this inside I don't. So we go from outside in, all right? So the very next one in, I don't need it. All right, weeding is like, ask anybody, thumbs up this if weeding, you have to like get the hang of it, all right? So outside, inside. Wait, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside. Okay, so every outside you weed. So the next outside is the letters. So weed the letters. Take the letters out because that's what we don't need. All right, even though it looks like you might need it, but refer to your art on the computer if you are not sure. That's the rule of thumb, okay? But I know what I'm doing. I've done this for quite some time. So I'm just going to go ahead and weed this out and get right back to you guys and show you guys what it looks like after it is all weeded, and we can go ahead and warm up our heat press. All right. Now that it's all weeded, you can see what we got. It's the back. This is the front. This is how it's going to look. You can read the letters right here. See it's transparent. Pretty dope. Pretty dope. You can see right through it. All right. So it's going to lay good on that white shirt. So we're going to sit this to the side and we're going to weed our small ones off camera while we heat up our heat press. We're going to get rid of all of our scraps over here, throw them away because we don't need them, and we don't want them to accidentally, this is key guys, you don't want them to accidentally get pressed onto the shirt. So always keep your work area clean when you're working with vinyl, because one of these small little pieces will get onto a shirt and you'll accidentally press it. All right, so when I'm doing these videos, I give you gems, little small gems that you might not be aware of, that you want to watch out for, because you don't want to accidentally press a piece. It'll get stuck like on this part right here, because this part is still sticky, and you'll accidentally press a little small part onto the shirt. Like this video if that's ever happened to you, or comment in the comment section if that's ever happened to you. Be right back, guys. well, that came out good. Get rid of scraps and press this on our shirt. The cat is out of the bag. The secrets have been revealed. That right there, folks, is pretty much how you do heat vinyl transfer from start to finish. We're about to press on the shirt, so make sure you stay tuned. It's not over yet, so we're about to press the shirt on. So let's let the Cameo heat up and let's do it. Let's press the shirt. All right, y'all, so we are ready to do this. Let me see something real fast. I got this pillow thing right here that lays on the inside of the shirt. I don't think the shirt is actually even big enough. Yeah, it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on the bottom part inside of here of the shirt, just so we can perk the shirt up a little bit so it's not laying directly flat. All right, so what you want to do is you want to get this off the collar. I don't normally use this, so let me stop with the fancy crap. I don't normally use this, so you get unnecessary gadgets and you just start using them, guys. So let me just keep it 100 with you guys. That's just adding too much complication to it. You don't need that. All right, unless you're doing something different that like is really sitting up higher. I always try to keep it real with you guys, so let me just keep it real, trying to be fancy with all this crap that you don't need, all this T-squares and all that, whatever. Anyway, so there's the neck. I get down low. It'd be nice if I had it higher, but I'm actually squatting down with my legs, guys, trying to see this thing and don't touch this hot platen up here. So I'm just gonna lay it down and press just for a couple seconds to get all the wrinkles out. All right, that's good enough. And then I'm gonna come with my first part, which is the cabrini. All right, and sometimes what I do is I cut the little access off just so I can make sure I don't accidentally press anything extra on. But I'm just gonna go ahead and line this up. It's supposed to be in the center, and it's supposed to be about a finger's length off of the top. All right, not a finger's length. What am I trying to say? It's supposed to be like this far away from the neckline. All right, so that looks like it's about the center. It looks good. I want to make sure it's straight. Good. I'm just going to go ahead and press. Once it looks straight, guys, don't second guess yourself too much, or else you're just going to screw it up. So looks pretty good. Actually, you know what? It's very, very interesting here. So here I am second guessing myself. I told y'all not to second guess yourself. I'm looking at the neck. I'm trying to get it center. All right. Directly in the middle. All right. So that looks pretty good to me. All right. So I'm going to leave it right there. And I'm going to press it down. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Press. A couple seconds. Sizer Easy Weed presses down and locks on after like 3 seconds, so that you guys can come with other layers. So watch this. It's been 13 seconds. I'm just going to go ahead and weed it up like this. Oh, messed that up badly. Trashed it. Guys, I've done this so many times. Trashed that. This shirt is absolutely garbage. Gotta do it over again. Look at that. Damn. Come on, this is the first time this has happened to me. Really? Gotta be freaking kidding me. Gotta be freaking kidding me. Alright, so I went and got a brand new shirt. And I'm so pissed right now. So guys, I mess up so that you guys don't have to. So don't do what I just did. I'm kind of pissed at you guys, so I'm not gonna talk for the rest of the video. Actually, I am, but I'm gonna have to obviously. I'm gonna put the mom on the back already. In this instance, I am gonna use this because I want it between the shoulder blades. So in this instance, I am gonna use that cushion thing. And I'm not gonna be so confident and cocky and act like I know what I'm doing all the time. Especially when I haven't pressed anything in so long. It's been such a long time. So you guys see that anybody can mess this up. All right. All right, so you don't wanna be confident and cocky like me. That's what I get. All right, so this is the rip part gonna go ahead and try to line this up. What I do sometimes is, or what people do is they put it in half, but I'm just gonna go ahead and lay it down on there between the shoulders. In this instance, I am using the pillow because I don't want it to stick on the neck, the neckline, and I can't even explain. My mind is somewhere else, guys. All right, so I'm gonna bring it over a little bit. I'm trying to measure with my fingers. That looks about right. Looks on point. Bring it down just a tad bit, and that looks good to me. So I'm just gonna go ahead and press this down. And this time, when I come up with it, I'm gonna give it a full press right now. Give it a full press. I don't believe that happened, guys. I'm all pissed at myself right now. Really upset. All right, so full 15-second press. Sides of Easy Beat is really supposed to come up like that after one press, guys. I swear to God. All right, so this should be fine to come up, but just in case, I'm gonna peel it up nice and slowly. Nice and slowly. And not yank it up all confident like I just did the other part and jacked it up. All right, so that looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my Teflon sheet. If I can find it. Where is my Teflon sheet? Oh, here it is. Grab my Teflon sheet, lay it over top of the design, and press it down one more time, just so I can make sure it's locked in and embedded inside the design. Give it a full press. I'm gonna go ahead and add the cabrinis on the side, and sorry guys. And then I'm going to cut out the cabrini that goes on the front one more time, and I'll be pretty much done with the design, guys. All right, that's locked in and nice and embedded in there. Now I can go ahead and remove this. Looks good right here. Mom 22, nice and big. Represent. All right, yeah, that's good. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put the small cabrini on the side if I can. This is where your hat press would come in handy. Let me go get my small pillow. Give me a second, guys. All right, so you got the big ones, you got the small ones, you got the medium ones. So I'll go ahead and put this up in here so I can raise up a little bit. And you got the seams to line it up with. All right, so here's a seam of the shirt right here. And I can go ahead and see it's gonna face outwards. I'm just gonna go ahead and sit it on there. Let me press it just once a little bit. Oh, you gotta be careful you don't burn the part that you already did already, all right? So, you gotta be really, really careful with this stuff. All right, so go ahead and lay this down in a way that looks good. Make sure you don't have any excess on there. I see a little spot. Go ahead and press it on. As you guys can tell in my voice, I'm a little disappointed in myself with that because, you know, everybody wants to be a perfectionist, but hey, stuff like that happens, especially when you're learning, which I am not. I'm trying to teach you guys, so I shouldn't be making mistakes like that. Hot. All right, so go ahead and remove that. Nice and easy. Comes off nice and good. And you can go ahead and grab your Teflon and press it again. If I could find mine, which I just did. So press it again to make sure it's nice and locked in there and it's not going anywhere. And then do the other side and go ahead and cut yourself another cabrini like I'm about to. Hot. Do the other side real fast. Cut yourself another cabrini and do it again. All right, I'll be right back, guys. Guys, I know I'm being a little hard on myself. That's because I'm just upset because I shouldn't have did that. I'm just trying to show off, I guess. I don't know. But don't be so hard on yourselves when you guys make mistakes like that, as hard as I am on myself, because, you know, I don't know. You're going to be hard on yourself anyway, because you hate wasting material and wasting shirts, especially when it's a nice shirt. This is a next level shirt. It's not like a cheap Hanes shirt, so that's why I'm a little upset at myself that I did that. So, I mean, stuff like that's going to happen. That's the nature of the business. Any business that you're in, you're going to have losses. So, you know, if it's a $4 shirt or something like that, $3 shirt, you know, you just took some money off your profit. It is what it is. What are you going to do? That's the cost of doing business. You can't get mad at yourself and beat yourself up too much, all right? So let me cut another one out of the ones that I just did. And we will, what the heck? Are you serious? How'd that get on there? See, dumb stuff like that. I wasn't paying attention, but good thing I didn't mess it up, all right? So got the cabrini on that side, looks great. Got the mom in the back, looks great. Got the cabrini on this side, looks great. Now we got to put the cabrini on the front, all right? And I'll be right back. Let's do that. All right, let that be a lesson to you guys. That's a prime example of you don't want to be too confident. I'm opening back up the program so I can send it the other thing to my Cameo to cut that piece that I messed up all over again, guys. The prime example of you don't want to be too cocky, because what happened to me will happen to you, okay? So, yeah, let me reopen that design, reopen, boom, boom, boom. Right here, it's loading up, hurry up. There it is right there. Send, it's not connected yet, syncing, ready. Size are easy read, everything is still the same. I saved it, send. All right, guys, I'm gonna weed this and be right back, and we'll see how this works out. All right, be right back, guys. Thank you for bearing with me. Thank you for watching. I make mistakes so you guys don't have to make mistakes. Isn't it great to have a teacher like me? All right, and I just told you guys, do not, make sure you do things carefully so you don't jack it up just in case you know, it's your last piece of blue. Luckily, it wasn't my last piece of blue, so I didn't have to learn the hard way and disappoint a client, all right? So stuff like that you really, really, really want to pay attention to. I make the mistakes so you don't have to. Like, comment, subscribe, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Be right back. All right, Dub Nation. All right, let's try this again. We got the thing back. We got the cabrini on the front back. All right, so gonna go ahead and press it on. All right, I had to make a whole nother one for you guys. All right, made a whole nother one. And this time, because we pressed something on the back, we actually have to use the pillow because I don't want the back to get messed up. All right, just to, you know, give it some separation from the back so the heat doesn't transfer and mess stuff up. All right, so we're gonna use the pillow. Now is a case where the pillow is necesito. All right, so press this joint down for a little bit. Get a little bit of heat on there. Warm that baby up, nice and good. All right, now gotta pay special attention to detail over here because now lining this up is gonna be even more difficult. So we got the cabrini. Go ahead and, I'm gonna go ahead and fold this in half a little bit. Matter of fact, I ain't doing all that. Too good for this. All right, line this down. All right, right there. I'm looking at the collar and matching it up, making sure it's in the center. All right, that's in the center. Down, good. Looks good to me, guys. Bring it down just a tad bit. Looks good to me. Right in the center. Good. Over here. Looks good. All right. That's good. All right. Now I'm going to press it down. Nice long press, guys. Full press. Full press. Do not do what I do. But Sizer Easy Weed is supposed to weed after about 3 to 5 seconds. But just go ahead and give it a full 15-second press so you don't mess it up like me. Matter of fact, let it press a little bit longer than 15 like I just did. Bring it up and pull it back nice and easy. You can even wait till it cools, pull it back nice and easy to make sure it doesn't come off like it just did on me. And this time we are past the trouble section and we are looking good. Go ahead and grab our Teflon sheet. If I can find mine, I always find it, lose it. Oh, here it is, back here. And put the Teflon sheet back on here. Press it down another time, like I said, to make sure that is embedded into the material there. Make sure it's embedded in to the material and it's not going nowhere, so our client can wear it 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 12 times. And once again, like I said, if it decides it wants to come up, only thing you gotta do is lay down a piece of like a pillowcase over top of it and just iron over top of it. And if you don't have a heat press, iron over top of it is the equivalent. It'll just, like, you know what I mean, lay right back down just like you just heat pressed it off of the heat press, guys. All right, so let's check this thing out. And then you go ahead and take a picture like this to send to your client. Snapchat that joint right there. All right, guys, from start to finish, you saw me do it, you saw me mess up, you saw me succeed. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. Give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram at adubbproductions. Follow me on facebook.com/adubbproductions and facebook.com/King A-Dubb. I greatly appreciate it. It's your boy. I hope you enjoyed this video, man. I'm out. Peace.
Turn up that, crank it up. Why listen to the rest when you're rocking with the best, baby?